All right, so what's up, everybody? Jason Jani from the SE Event Group, bringing another episode of Behind the Scenes. Hashtag Ask Jason Jani. My questions, your questions, my answers, off the cuff. Want to respond back to Aaron, who hit me up, Primetime Entertainment. So, what's up, Aaron? Thank you so much for the message. Now, question of the day: how do you overcome the challenge of venues that give you minimal time to set up a multi-service event? So, oftentimes, venues maximize their ability to host more than one function in a day. Sometimes you get a half hour, sometimes you get an hour, sometimes you get 5 hours, whatever. The only way that I've found to deal with timing issues when it relates to setup or breakdown or whatever is to staff appropriately. And I know it sounds very silly or very DJ 101, but when you have to do more, when you reserve a client, you reserve services for their day, you can't possibly know, or you don't possibly know what's going to happen before or after that event. So whether you're doing an afternoon function and you have an evening function starting right after, or if you're the evening function and there's an afternoon function before you need to make sure that, one, you call the venue and you understand what time the first event or the second event is either starting or ending or starting, right? Okay. You also need to understand how much time you're going to have. So let's say you have a setup that would typically take you 2 or 3 hours to set up, but because of the other event, you might have 45 minutes. So you have to, one, make sure that you bring additional resources to properly staff the event so that you can set up in the time frame that you're given. And two, you make sure that you charge appropriately for that. So if there's something that can be predicted way beforehand, you know, it's technically not the client's fault, but if there's additional costs on your side, your profit margin will come down from a business perspective because it's going to cost you more money to actually implement that job. So for us, we always overstaff our events. I personally love to overstaff my events because you never know what's going to happen, and when you have additional resources on site, you can actually do a lot more, right? We can shoot video, you can take pictures, you can do some cool social media things, you could blog while you're there if you have the right people. So I guess to answer your question, and I appreciate the question, staff appropriately, make sure that you check in with the venue, and also make sure that you charge appropriately. My name is Jason Jani. If you have a question, whether it's business, branding, DJ industry, or you're a couple looking to plan the best event ever, and you want to hit me up and get my candid feedback, just hit me up on Twitter, @JasonJani, include the hashtag AskJasonJani, and I'll answer you when I can. Thanks for watching.